Hi everyone, how are you doing? My name is Rehan, and today Carla have some questions related to Facebook Live interviews, and she has been asking for many days for this conversation. So here I am, and I'm waiting on her to join for this conversation about the purpose of taking interviews on Facebook Live and how to take them. Facebook Live has only introduced this conversational, the ability to invite somebody in on the call only a few months ago. I think around 4 to 6 months ago at maximum. And since this has happened, I have been asking a lot of people to take these people on this platform and interviewing them. And the purpose of that is to allow others to learn about our friends, who they are, what they do, and what are they capable of. And the reason for that is that because once somebody knows us and we know somebody, they trust each other more. So, for example, if you want to buy a car, normally you would ask a friend, "Hey, do you know anybody who I can buy a car from?" Or, "Hey, do you know a good plumber?" "Hey, or do you know a good business person?" Or, "Hey, do you know this or that?" So we normally ask for friends to tell us about something which we are looking for. So why not go out and help our friends, because the world's economy is changing. The world itself is changing because of these everything is being disrupted, and the world is becoming more and more flatter. The world is becoming more and more equal. So for example, I'm sitting in Florida, Adair is sitting in Australia, and we're all trying part of this conversation and listening to each other and building on top of that. So to me, to build trust, this is a beautiful way to interview our own friends and interview them and introduce them and get to know them in a deeper 15-minute conversation where they come in and they tell their story so that the other party, the friends on our network can know who our friends are and take advantage of them and take advantage of their knowledge, their wisdom, their information, their networks, and build trust based on trust. So it's like transferring the trust which we have and passing it on to other person. So Carla is there. Hey Carla, I don't know if you heard what I was saying. Did you get to listen?
I did get to hear it, but I have something else that I wanted to talk to you about too. Do I have
Sure.
that option?
Let's keep this video for this topic, so that people who are tuned in and in future this video can be used for this particular conversation.
Okay, can I just let you know the topic because it was a really important topic considering what today is, and then we can do it on
We can
another.
do 3 more, 10 more videos, no problem. But keep this topic, which you had asked for the last 3 days, and you're like a little baby. Once you decide in the candy shop, you have to have it. So here I am, giving it.
I am
So
not like a baby.
okay, you're like an old woman
Oh,
who's
whoa, whoa,
asking that.
go back
So
to baby.
whatever. Okay, your choice.
Okay, but I just want to mention this because I really want to do this with you today, and then I'll go back to the topic. I can see. Today is is Service Day in the United States, and the work that Rayhan does is so amazing, and it's definitely service to the world. Oh, Iqbal, hi. But back to Rayhan. Uh, and Rayhan's work in teaching about people to interview and connecting people is really the best service that can be done in the world. And I can see Rayhan making all kinds of crazy faces for this. And I know he can be very goofy, but I really think an interview needs to be done with him about the importance of service and the importance of the work he's doing. And I actually tried to get him on my show about that today because of that. So I know I need to keep the topic because Rayhan asked me to. But Rayhan, can you see the importance of what I'd like to talk to you about today and question you about? You can talk now.
There's nothing to talk. You have to ask questions about interviewing, whatever
Ah,
that.
but see, you should know that what you're doing is a great service, and it's a very
We will
important
have
service.
another conversation after the end of this
Okay.
call on live about Martin Luther King, so you can talk about it. For now,
Okay.
keep your
Interviewing.
focus. You're a meditation teacher. For God's sake, girl, meditate, focus.
But I've been focused on this topic for a while.
For the last 5 seconds.
Okay, let's talk about interviewing. Rayhan, when I do my interviews, which you have me doing quite a bit right now, could you give me some ideas of really good questions, especially when I'm doing the ones for Israeli and Pakistanis? As you know, there was one interview that didn't happen today because the person was sick, but we wanted to talk about, I wanted to get him to feel easy about talking to me, and he seemed to feel a little uncomfortable. And I wasn't sure how to get that moving like I would have liked to.
So, I don't know if you heard the first part of what I was speaking. When the purpose of an interview is to introduce somebody to somebody else. So, and I would appreciate if you could do swipe so that you don't see any comments because you go like, ah, it's like a cat, you know. You see somebody and you're like, ah!
I
Don't do
just
that.
swiped. I knew that I
Good
wasn't
girl.
being um
So coming back to the if somebody inboxed me today, somebody inboxed me and said, "Are you available on Wednesday for an interview?" And I said, "Who on earth are you?" And he said, "Oh, gave interview to Lema." I said, "Well, you maybe did. You know, I don't know who you are." So people need to understand that you can't just like Rahmat just jumps and tries to interview people. And that's what one of the person above is saying. Julie is saying that you can't just jump on an interview without somebody knowing. I introduce people and they need to build a rapport, a trust before they can go out and give you their time, even if it's 10 minutes. Why should somebody give 10 minutes to you? Why? If you're just going to, so this is why it's important to first learn to interview your friends, interview the people you already know, interview somebody you already have a rapport with. You can't just jump on an interview. It's not decent. It's not appropriate. People will be in fear. You have to introduce yourself with either a short video, either short text, 4 lines maximum. Hi, my name is Carla. I'm from Washington, D.C. I love to meet new people, and I would love to introduce you to my friends so they can learn about your wisdom, your information, your life, so that we can all become a wonderful, lovely, loving planet. Now, something like that might be interested to someone and might not be interested to somebody. So you have to say those words to make them comfortable um, for them to, you know, talk to you. So, for example, if you go to a restaurant and the waiter comes, "Hi, what do you want to order?" So nobody would really want to order that waiter. You know, it's like scary. So they will come in and say, "Hey, sir, how are you doing? How was your day? My name is blah blah blah. I would be your waiters today. Let me know if I can help you with something." So you have to make the other person comfortable, because you know we're living in a very weird planet, and we're all scared of each other for every single reason. And as Shiri says, we are scared of the goodness in people, not the badness in people. So we're always going to question the goodness in people. So we're questioning, is Carla really doing all this work to help people, or is there an alternative motive? Is she a CIA agent? Is she working for Mossad? Is she a Zionist trying to convert people to Judaism? All those questions are going to come to your people's mind before they would even open their mouth in front of you, because people will then associate you with that other person. So today, one of my friends, Kuram, was interviewing Sajid Tharer, who's a Republican and who supports Trump. So another of our common friend, commented, "Why are you even giving him time?" So she got upset without investing her time in understanding why we're doing this. So we become judgmental, and that judgment disallows us to open it up. So it's what's the purpose of the interview? The interview's purpose is to allow one person to have a conversation with the other person, and then share, like I Carla, you message me at least twice a day. So I have a I don't like to tell you, how I'm doing. You're like asking me all the time. So it's like I'm already connected to you. I don't, say, "Hi, how are you doing today? How was life? Blah, blah, blah." All those conversation is not happening. So we just jump into it. Same goes to my office. I say, "Hi, how are you doing?" And just, jump into the thing. It's like we're like a team. We're like one person, like one organism. So that's different. But when you meet somebody new, you can't just, even if you don't want to be polite, you have to be polite and ask them simple things. Now, coming back to the Israel and Palestine questions, the Palestinians and Israelis are very, very, very untrusting people
Yeah, I
in
noticed.
general. And it's not their fault. It's just that they have to be precautious of every single thing they do. And similarly, the one of the reasons of a poor country remaining poor is the mistrust. They don't trust anyone. So it will be hard to interview them. It's not easy. I mean, I've had that show done 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, even more, and I have not been able to get 10 interviews. I have offered to give free laptops. They don't want to take it. Most people who are poor remain poor because they don't want to take risk. They don't want to change themselves. They don't want to learn anything. They're like, "We already know everything. So what are you going to offer us?" So it's just hard. And that's why, for example, I don't even, when I add somebody on Facebook randomly, I don't talk to them. Like when I added you on Facebook, I didn't talk to you for at least a month. And that's my process. I just don't talk to people because I let them see what they're doing. I let what I'm doing, what kind of posts I'm making, what kind of stuff's going on in my life. After a month, they would see at least five or six posts by me, and by that time, they have a little bit of understanding. And then I would say, "Hi, how are you doing?" And then they will start talking, and that's my process. So that's what I have made. And kind of everybody needs to decide what their process is going to be. There are lots of books about the questions. Larry King has a beautiful book about this. He has done thousands of interviews. um, And there are lots of other people. You can just Google top 10 questions about an interview. But the students normally, when I get a message from a student in a school, sir, I have to interview you, I have these 10 questions, please answer me. I'm like, what? This is not an interview. To me, an interview is an intimate conversation over a cup of coffee, or just to know the person. And that's what an interview is. I wish there was a better word for this. We have a better word for this in our language. We call it gup shup. Gup means nothing and shup means nothing, literally. And it's just gup shup. We just talk, chit chat. So we'll have, it's maybe the better word is, let's have a chit chat
Or a
and have a
conversation.
conversation is mostly about something. A gup shup is about nothing. It's like Friends show or Seinfeld, a show about nothing. So it's basically you talk about nothing. You talk about nothing. The purpose of Gupshup is hanging out. It's like you're hanging out with a friend. You don't really have a topic. A conversation is about something. If you say, let's have a conversation, about what? So it has to be about something. Let's have an interview. Oh, what's interview? What is interview? I don't want to be interviewed. So these words have these weightage and this, I don't know the word, the explain, the way you explain these words are very difficult. So what I mean, I think we need a better word for what we're trying to do. But right now, like a selfie, now selfie is a word. Let's have a selfie. So before the word selfie, we could say, oh, like, can I have a photo with you? You know, it's like, why do you want a photo with me? That was a very common question which I used to have. Why do you want a photo with me? I don't like to be taking photos with strangers and, weird things. But now selfie, oh, let's have a selfie together.
Maybe chit chat. Let's have a chit chat.
That's it. That's it. Chit chat is the most closest word for gupshup, but yeah, people are sort of scared of everyone. So we have to add them, give them some time, give them a little bit information about ourselves. Then we can ask them to give them us information. The currency in building trust is information. The more information you give, the more information the other is willing to give you. And if I go out and say, hi, my name is Rihan, I'm 44 years old, I was born in Pakistan, I'm a father of 6 children, um, and that builds trust on them. Oh, he's giving me personal information. Even he's a father, so he'll be okay. My wife is a housewife, she helps me in the work. That builds trust. It's just another trust building tool.
Well, I know that when you first added me, I didn't want to have anything to do with you.
Yeah, well, I hope you still don't have anything to do with me.
Really? You're joking now, I hope.
What's the next question, Carla?
Well, my next, and I agree about not pushing someone into a conversation because I think that's important. However, conversations, the ones that I'm setting up now, because you asked me to do, and I really enjoy this Israeli Palestinian things that we're working on. Some people are eager to talk to me, and I'm having no trouble getting them. It's more or less figuring out the time and the date. But as you know, there was one that was like, send me 10 questions. And I'm like, but the conversation may not even get as far as 10 questions.
But that's fine. That you must send those questions to
I
him.
did.
I think, and that allows them to see where this conversation might go. And you can judge the person when you take them on the call and slowly build a rapport with them who stay within those questions. And then if you feel like getting into personal life, that's fine. But that's the reason of our conversation. Our conversations here are based on getting to know. I mean, if you watch Charlie Rose or if you watch Larry King, you know, they're both relaxed, both very relaxed, and um, you know. But Rahmat, he jumps into it, and he has the best score of interviewing. I mean, he's amazing. He's like a ninja. You know, he's like, you. I give him a person. 10 minutes later, the interview is done. I'm like, whoa! I need 10 of those. But he like jumps right into it, and you know, because he asked for 10 minutes, and people don't mind.
But he give.
So Rahmat has definitely done more interviews than I have, so you should have this call with him.
But a lot of his interviews, well, I don't want to say that online, but I've had problems with his interviews because I didn't know the point he was coming to. And it was hard to
That's okay. He tried to interview you when he was starting with all of this. He wasn't trying to interview you now. Ask him now. He's like chilling and he's relaxed and he doesn't care, and he's doing fantastic work now.
Oh, okay. I'll take your word for it. I thought he had been
He
doing
is.
it for a while when he had done.
When he got to you, the whole thing of interview just started 9, 10 months ago, when initially Be Live came out, and before that it was on Zoom and Skype, but they were offline. The fun started when it started on Be Live doing live, because live gets you more views. Facebook Live just came out. It gives you bonus points. If you and I have this conversation on Zoom, you upload this, you will not have enough views. But on live, people are just coming in, and they're like curious, and that curiosity allows us to get more views, and we get more eyeballs.
Well, my show gets tons of eyeballs.
Now it does, and it's because I have no idea why. It's just amazing what you have been able to do, and I didn't think that's what's going to happen, and it just has gone. Oh my God! You didn't know what's going to happen. I didn't know what's going to happen. It just happened. So I'll take it. You
And
know,
my question.
that's the fun in internet. That's what I love about the internet, is you just have no idea what's going to happen. It's just insane. If somebody else started that show, I doubt that it'll have the same effect. It's just your character, then Ali. It's just it's a weird mix, you know.
Oh, it was very weird today. I don't know if you saw any of it, but the end when.
But I don't know if you remember, but every single day you were messaging me, "Oh, my computer's going to die. Oh, this guy said this. Oh, this guy did that.
Oh, I
Oh,
remember.
this happened. Oh my God, all this hair is gone because of your show."
Oh no, come on. That was gone before
Part
I
of it.
met you.
Part of it is
A
gone because of the
lot of
show.
it was gone before you met me. Don't blame it on me.
But but you did an incredible job, and Ali and Fateh and everybody did an incredible job, and it's basically you showing up, and that's what I asked you when you started. I said, just show up. You don't have to do anything. You just have to show up, and people will show up, because there's nobody in the world who's doing what you're doing, even today. So we need to replicate it with Adair, with Pamela, with other people, so that more and more, like what's his name in Canada, Canada Wala, is um, is starting it, and it's going to be incredible. But salute to you for doing it. So let's come back to the interview part. Any
But
other
the
questions, or should I
interviewing
hang
is
up?
an important thing, and that's still, it's a mystery to me. Um, And I
Just
have
keep doing
been
it.
doing.
But never ask people, how can I help you? Because you're the one interviewing them. You can't just say, how can I help you? No, don't say that. I just noticed you were talking with Didar. How can I help you? He doesn't even understand what you're saying probably. But it just don't say that. Just ask simple questions, especially when you're interviewing or talking with a foreigner. Stick to the basics. Hi, where do you live? Oh, that's beautiful. How many children do you have? Wow, do you have any brothers and sisters? Awesome. What's your favorite food? Stick to the basic. What's your favorite color? Don't even talk about, you know, anything else. You just stick with because everybody know what's your name. Okay, I can see your name, but you can still ask your name. It's making the other person comfortable just by speaking to you for the first minute is the hardest. Stick to the basics.
Well, I know that, like, I did an interview with Mandar yesterday that I sent to you. And
Who? Mandar. Yeah, Mandar, but again, he's a foreigner, but he doesn't he's living in Washington DC. He's a corporate tycoon turned into filmmaker. He's different. But it's different.
well, he's someone that I've known. I'm sorry, I am cold all of a sudden.
Yeah, he's an AOL guy probably.
Oh yeah, he is.
Felice introduced him to me, I think.
You introduced yourself to him.
No, Felice told me about him, and then I introduced myself to him.
Yeah. And I tried to get you on the call yesterday so you could meet him.
Not interested. I have told you that before. I can make my own calls. Thank
But
you.
I know that. But I thought you had asked me to do that, so that's why I did it.
Hi, Mark. Lovely to see you. I hope we can interview you sometime.
Is that Mark Silgener?
No, that's Horvat. He is the phenomenal Gandhi for homeless people in this country.
Oh, I would love to talk to him.
I would love to talk to him too. I've been trying to catch him forever.
Ask him if I can do an interview.
Stick to the question. Come back. Any more questions, or should I hang up?
For this topic, I think I need to digest a little and use it.
So again, introduce yourself. When I make a conference message, which I can't right now because they have blocked me from doing that, I can't introduce anyone to anymore. So first, introduce yourself. Hi, my name is Carla. Write 3-4 lines somewhere and just copy paste it. Just copy paste it. No problem. And then have you read my book? I mean, it's all there. And then
I've never
just introduce
seen
them.
You can't do the conference messages anymore?
So just message them, introduce yourself, and let it sort of, we have this terminology where Rach jana means you cook something and you put it overnight so that next day it's more delicious. It's the spices kind of mixed together inside it. I don't know what the word is in English. How do you say it in English?
That's marinating.
There you go. So let the relationship marinate a little bit before you jump into it. And once it's stronger, then people will do it for you. Like Nihari, exactly.
What's Nihari?
Mara, you need to teach her how to make Nihari and send her some.
Now can I look at who's coming in?
Okay, I gotta go.
Can we do the other topic, please, today?
Sure, I have to take a 10 minutes break and then maybe we can.
Okay, I need a break too, so 10 minutes sounds great.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for kicking my butt on this question.
And I'm going to kick you the butt on the other question because I really need to do that with you today.
Mara, she doesn't. Mara is asking. Mara is saying she doesn't eat meat. Yes, Mara, I made a potato nihari once for Anna Lipkin, in near her house, and I didn't know Carla at that time. I stayed with her for a week and her husband, and I cooked. She's a vegetarian too, so I cooked a potato nihari, and you can do the same. It's very easy, and just instead of putting in chicken or meat, just put in potato, and it's delicious. But what's her name? Carla does eat some meat. You know, if it's fish or chicken, I think sometimes she would sneak into it. Shh, I didn't tell that.
Yeah, you just did.
Oh, okay.
You pain in the neck sometimes, but you know I love you.
Oh,
Can
thank
we
you.
do the other conversation today, though, please?
Sure. Abdul Zahir Khan, you need to give up on other people and what they're doing in their life and fix your own life. You don't have to worry about what Carla is doing or what Rehan is doing, what Rabila is doing. You are going to go to your own Jahannam and Jannat, which is in the grave, and stick to that and work on that and work on making yourself better. Forget about other people and what they're doing and why they're doing. Stick to your own self. If you think you can do a better job than your bio, go for it. Do it. Because, you know, we need like 1,000 more Rabia or bio in the world, and she is an incredible girl, and she is doing very, very hard work. Of course she makes mistakes. I make mistake all the time. I'm not shaved. I'm still showing up with my face, with my weird hair, and those are mistakes, and I'm still doing it. But you know what, it's okay. I want to be like this. It's okay for me. It's my own journey. I'm not perfect. Nobody is.
And Rabbi,
So thank you for, huh?
can I say something about Rabel? Because she's
No,
really,
you don't have to worry about
it was just a nice comment.
it. You can go out and make a sexy, nice video for her so that she can feel all jumpy, and she'll start jumping in the bed when you make that for her.
I'll do
Yes,
it.
Mara, you're perfect also.
I'll do an interview with her. I really would like
Okay,
to.
cool.
She's a good
All
lady.
right, go eat something.
You're telling me to go
Bye.
eat?
Mm-hmm. You look like you're gonna faint now.
Well, I really haven't eaten much today. Okay, so you'll
Okay,
get back to me about the other topic today.
sure, sure. Thank you. Bye
You're
bye.
welcome.
Assalamu alaikum, Abdul Zahir Khan. I have sent you an invite. I want to see you. I don't see you in this photo. I see like a dozen people. It would be great if you could put a nice photo of yourself, which is like Mara's photo or Abdul Fattah's photo, where we can see your face because it's tiny over here and we can't really see it if you don't put like a clear photo. Um, all right, take care. You didn't show up. Bye.